Hello, welcome to the queue. It is turn 13 for Italy in Operation RCT, and Italy has had enough. The Allies have angered them to no end, so they are declaring war. And here's their buy: 2 militia upgrades, 3 militia. We'll roll for improved construction at a 7, and we get a 10. We're up to 2. Whoop-de-doo. So Italy is declaring war, and we're going to kick it off with a surprise attack on the port here in northern Algeria. We've got a medium bomber, which what I want to do is come in here into C Zone M2, then declare war and bomb that port there in Gibraltar and trap most of those ships. That's what I want to do. But the prudent thing is to kill these transports. So we will come with an air base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with a movement of 1 left. Our seaplane will join in 1, 2, 3, and have a movement of 3 left. So we're going to try and kill at least 1 transport, right? Other Italian moves. We've got a coastal sub from A35. We've got a torpedo boat destroyer, another coastal sub from A28. I'll put those up there. We've got 2 destroyers. Slide those over. 2 destroyers, a battleship, and a heavy cruiser. And that's from A28 into, I covered it up, of course, A27. All right, so we're attacking the British fleet in the middle of the ocean. I've got a light cruiser, heavy cruiser, and 2 battleships. 2 battleships. I wish it was 2 battleships. 2 destroyers, and they will come over from A28. 1, 2, 3. We're going to deal harshly with that Anzac destroyer. And that is the Italian naval moves. No, it's not. We got to get out of Dodge, or that's combat. So the coastal sub in M2 will just slide over to M4. We do have some more naval moves, actually. We're going to load up these 2 transports for a suicide mission, 3 infantry, 1 artillery, and we will come down 1, 2 into A54 and go into Southwest Africa. Not worth any points, but it gets us to where we need to be. The next attack, this mechanized and medium armor, will come out of Italian Somaliland into Tanganyika, blitz over to Sudan, and that's worth nothing. We've got, going into Sudan is everything here in what is that? Ethiopia. So that is 4 infantry, 3 artillery, 1 mountain, 1 cavalry, a light armor, and a medium armor. I think the mountain was going to stay behind. Is that what was happening there? Yeah, and 1 infantry is also going to non-com over here to Italian Somaliland. I'll just do that now. The rest is going over there into Sudan. All right, I think... Oh, we got this marked here. So we're going to send 1 infantry into Western Egypt. And the rest is just non-com. And I think that's the only point we gain. We don't gain a lot here on this turn. Because there's just not a lot we can do. So we'll go up 1. Britain will go down 1. So hip, hip, hooray. So now we are looking at rolling dice. This is non-com. And that fighter will be non-com. And all that will be non-com. All right, I think we are. I think we're ready to roll some dice. There's no convoying we can do with either of these subs because the lines are maxed. So let's roll what first? Let's do the surprise attack first. So coming in will be the seaplane at a 3. Misses. And the medium bomber at a 7. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. What a waste. And anti-aircraft fires back, 2 at 3. Well, at least they missed. All right. Ah, such are plans. All right, next battle here. We've got 2 coastal subs at 2. Nothing. We got a coastal defense ship. No, not a coastal defense ship. Torpedo boat destroyer at a 2. Okay, well, we're on a roll here. 2 destroyers at 4. Oh my gosh. A 6 for the heavy cruiser. You gotta be kidding me. The battleship at an 8. Got 1 hit. He wants to take the subs last, so my assumption there is that ship goes away. So he loses the light carrier. I'll leave it there because it gets to roll. All right, the light carrier is at a 2. The 2 subs are at 3. Destroyer at a 4. Oh my gosh, nobody can hit. And the tactical bomber at a 5, and it misses. Oh my gosh. So he did say submerge the subs, so they survive in that sea zone. That means those are against that destroyer and that plane. Do I want to? Yeah, I think we'll stay. Makes perfect sense. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that'll work. I hate to have that tactical bomber get an extra roll, but I want to kill that destroyer. So let's start up at the high end this time with a battleship. It hits. And the heavy cruiser misses. 2 destroyers. Oh my gosh. All right, so the only thing I can hit now, well, the 2 coastal subs, they can only hit the destroyer. They miss at 2, and then a torpedo boat destroyer at a 2. Ah, there we go. Battle's over. So they get a defensive roll of a 4 and a 5. The destroyer at a 4. And the tactical bomber at a 5. It gets a 1, so he actually gets to choose his hit. So I'm going to mark that with that 1. And Global War Enthusiast can let me know if he wants to sink a ship or damage the battleship. That'll be his call. Next battle up there, we've got 2 destroyers, a light cruiser, and a heavy cruiser. Here's the 2 destroyers at 4, of course. Light cruiser at a 5. Get out of here. The heavy cruiser at a 6. Oh my gosh. The destroyer at a 4 defense. Of course. We'll lose a destroyer. Next up, it's round 2. Italian destroyer. Thank you. Light cruiser. There's the hit. So the destroyer defends at a 4. Oh my gosh. Well, that was pretty much a disaster. We'll lose that light cruiser. Unbelievable. Okay, so the Italians enter the war and they fall flat on their face everywhere. That was a disaster. All right. I think it's time for an on-com. Gosh. Oh, sometimes I just want to. All right, let's. We're going to land our planes here. The seaplane will come back 1, 2, 3 back into Tobruk. This bomber will land here in southern Algeria. We've got a fighter at an air base here in Somaliland. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into southern Algeria. We've got a medium. It's not a medium. It's a motorized infantry going into southern Algeria from Tripolitania. We're going to, with this airborne, or not air transport, grab 1 infantry from Cyrenaica. 1, 2. Drop him off into southern Algeria. And then go back to Tobruk. The airborne will go out of Cyrenaica into Tobruk. We will put 1 infantry out of Tobruk into Cyrenaica, so there's 2 there. So that is that. We don't care about that. Our fighter and our tactical will leave Sardinia and go into Rome. We've got an anti-aircraft gun and an infantry that will walk into Rome. And let's see. Let's see what is left. I think, oh yeah, this sub's going to move here. 1, 2, 3 into A51. And that's my markers. That was possibly the worst Italian turn, opening turn ever. That's it. Let's place our goods. So I think we can only upgrade 1 infantry in 1 zone. I don't think we can do 2. So I'll just take that off. So Northern Italy was the other one. So I'll take those 2 off, but I'm going to be placing 3 infantry probably in the same spots. So I'll place 1 in Northern Italy and 2 in Rome. So that gives me 5, 8, 10, 11 in Rome. That should be good. All right, so that's pretty much it. We collect 11. Pretty lame. That's gone for good. But you know what? Italy's in the war, and we're done dancing around the oceans. Let's do a recap. No need to hang around if you don't want to. Up there in A18 is a heavy cruiser destroyer. In A27 is a torpedo boat destroyer, 2 coastal subs, 2 destroyers, a battleship, heavy cruiser, and see, A51 is a sub, 2 transports in A54, coastal sub in M4. I think that's it for the Navy. Down here in Southwest Africa is 2 Marines, 1 infantry, 1 artillery. Sudan is 3 artillery, 1 cavalry, 3 infantry, medium armor, mechanized infantry, light armor, self-propelled artillery. Militia in Eritrea, Abyssinia is a mountain. Somaliland is 2 infantry. And I think I won't. I think I'll leave that infantry in Abyssinia that I moved into there. So we'll leave him there. That'll be just Jim Dandy. Moving along up here, we've got 2 infantry in Cyrenaica. Western Egypt is 1 infantry. Tobruk is an infantry, airborne, militia, air transport, seaplane. Tripoli is a militia. Southern Algeria is a German militia, infantry, motorized infantry, a fighter, and a medium bomber. And Sardinia is a mountain infantry. Northern Italy is an infantry militia. Rome, 5 militia, 3 infantry, 1 fighter, 1 tactical, and an anti-aircraft gun. So that rounds out the Italy turn. And I'm sorry you guys had to witness that. Hopefully they got something better on the board in the next couple turns.